Hello everyone and welcome to episode 53 of Pokemon Pharaohs. About to make our huge journey back on through here. Let's go ahead and pop those repels as always. Okay, cool. Good to know one's still in effect. Alright. You could say, man, this is really childish mapping. Like, you could definitely do better. You're right. I could do better, but if I did, it would actually become really hard for you to do. You don't want a sand trap for every level of this, I promise you. Alright, this is Terra's map, I think. No, this is the ground map, buddy. Alright, and this is the one we just fought him in, so we're almost back to where we were. Oh, nope, never mind. Here's the ice map. See, I just get confused after a while of how many maps I go through. And soon it's going to start getting dark, so... Okay, so we're in a new map now. Whenever this repel ends, we'll get the encounter. Gonna save as always, because 7 of death. You guys won't have to deal with this. That's why I am here to make sure, and I'm checking through this. That's why I did this playthrough, because all of this is going to be fixed on the file that is released to you guys. Because I am playing through this entire game before, like, none of these videos came up until after the whole game has been played through and updated. For a reason, because I'm not releasing something to you guys, that is not going to be fixed. Because after I release it, I'm probably not going to touch it again for a little bit. And Flash does not work here, I don't believe. Yeah, it does. Okay, Flash does work a little bit. That looks like a Raikou. Wonder what you are. I tried my best to make coloring kind of look the same. Ooh, a shiny Zoroark too. Not even on purpose, but we know our rules with shinies, so you do actually get counted. Whew. Thank God I don't have Snow Cloak on this thing. And I think Duskfall is just so cool looking. Hey, you weren't supposed to break out of that ball, buddy. Whatever happens, I can't throw Babysitter in. Ew. The name I wanted to give it. Oh no. I'm gonna die here. We're gonna get smoked this battle. I usually don't do this, but we're doing this because kinda have to. We got set up in such a bad spot on accident. Get that little reset. Now we're back to where we should be. Sometimes you have to fight darkness with your own darkness. That's not at all what Kingdom Hearts taught us. But that's why they kept losing. They didn't lose, they beat them. Yeah, that's why they faded away in the end. It would have been so cool if the end of 3 meant like Thanos' snap and they would have brought in those kind of universes instead. We're getting whatever the fuck is Yozoro is. I'll still probably play it. It'll probably end up being this reason I get a new gen system, unless they, for some reason, actually let Steam do it. God, let Steam use it. Side note, Hikaru Utada is definitely like my favorite female singer besides Amy Lee. Their voices are just so angelic. Alright. So we won the battle. That really wasn't in our favor because we made mistakes. And yeah, once you enter the darkness, it's all darkness from here on out. Why is this rock wobbling in circles? I kind of tried to make the ones in here have more feeling behind them. I don't know if it really works or not, but... had to get a real bad one there, though. You know what? I'm fine with that. I didn't even realize that was shiny until I saw the sparkle. Still have 5 Master Balls. So I give you 5 Master Balls now throughout the entire game. You're welcome. You're welcome. There are so many legendaries though, and there's going to be more legendaries post game, where I'm pretty much just going to give you access to all of them. Is this just the Pharaoh? Ooh, Braviary. Not at all a Pharaoh. I feel like this is a bad idea, but it wasn't. Oh man. So he's gonna have 5 legendary birds plus something else. It all really depends on who he throws out first, but I mean, I guess if it's fire, or ice, Hemsworth is not the one to be. He's very specifically there for Zapdos, I guess. We're gonna save it here because this battle might take a few tries depending on how it goes. must have me confused with someone else because I am not the trainer you fought before. That is very much true. This one I've heard is one of the harder double battles in the game. I am so glad I made that switch. Should I actually have put in Tartano for the, yeah. He's going to be thrown on Ice Blast. So we're going to go ahead and switch up. Really? You don't have an Ice Beam? Guess Smogan said Hurricane and nothing else. Burning through those brick stores. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's hammer time, baby. I don't remember who number 6 is. In theory, it could have been Aerodactyl, but it could also be any of the Landorus, Thunderous, Tornadus things. I love the idea that this guy just went and caught 5 Farfetch'd and just gave them all different stones. He's like an EV train. He's like an EV trainer on crack. Tartano just gives him that mean stare of, yeah, you've got nothing on me. Who, another bird? Another snack. Whack. Rayquaza was not even one I mentioned. Oh boy. I guess at least it's not a Mega Rayquaza. Shout out to level 145. You know, you know. Why did I not set up a Stonein? Oh my gosh. That would have changed the whole outlook of this battle. Okay. Yeah, I've heard in double battles that trainer is absurdly hard. Singles, he's just more kinda scary. Whoa, dude, that thing just unfolded like a transformer. So this is the Iron Room. And if you pay attention, like, you wrote these down, you would actually know, like, in order, going backwards, what the way up will look like. Lucario would be a nice touch on a team. I counted it up. I did like 165 rare candies in this run. That's how awful that is. But that is why I'm just trying to see how fast I can beat the game without like the grinding aspect. That way I can advertise, okay, this is how fast it is without grinding. With grinding, it takes me about an extra 12, 15 hours. But also, let's be real. If that, if the level 5 Mammoth would have fought off of 5 of these, that would have wiped out probably 50 or 40 of those rare candies. Let's be real. So it's not like it's entirely all like that. And I think I used like 60 or so of them right before I fought the double battle in the Belize Forest, because that battle is absurd. In reality, I could have just actually only built up the Beautifly till it got Leech Life, and then I probably would have just rolled that battle. Okay. I probably was supposed to catch that one, but at this point, we've caught so many things in here. Still haven't encountered one of the 1% legendary chances that in every room. Holy cow. Oh, shit. As I thought it was, I was lied to. My whole life I was told water was the best. Mako made it so. But after doing my research, I learned it wasn't just the water types. It wasn't the water types, it was just Mako. He found Pokemon with specific natures, something called IVs, trained something called EVs. I honestly barely understood it all. There I go again. Let's just battle. You can see a massive smile on his face. You can tell he's truly at peace. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought that was that without the critical after the growl. Oh, that was a mistake. Probably kind of costly one too. Okay, as long as that one shot afterwards. Super Soaker. That bag screen now just feels so much different than the rest of the game. It's kind of weird. Like it feels like I put something from like Gen 7 into a Gen 4 game. And it just is awkward. But like it's still way better than what it was. So it felt like it was like Gen 2 put into a Gen 4 game before. I'd rather have one part feel a little bit better than the rest than one part feel just stupid compared to the rest. Or make the other one just make the other parts feel bad. There was a rare candy in here. Oh, this is the normal room. So in this room, there is no plate for it because RSC is always normal unless you change them. We're just going to keep moving. We're at that point to where if we feel like we need to go catch something, we know which room we stopped at. Alright, so this is the poison room. You're definitely not going to be the one up there. So that's poison ivy. If anything, I should just round out the edges with that. Yeah, I feel like that dies if it would have stayed in. That's fine, I guess. As long as it's not faster, this is okay. It is faster. This might not be. Okay, 4 times effective, still not. Thankfully, it went for a nasty blood, not for a kill shot. See if Hamsworth can deal with it. Nice. Nice. Ooh, that was a lot of damage, but we're good. Alright, Poison Ivy down. We're raining, but we've already went through, let's see what this is. I thought we already went through the water area. Oh, this is the dragon room. Gotcha. Yes, that is a Garchomp that is always going to be there. But this is the end of the game, so. You literally have access to every Pokemon in the game through these sets of rooms. Given a lot of the higher ups are 1 to 3 chance or 3%, but they're there. Not my duty to go catch them for you. I like it here. No people, so quiet, and plenty of ghost type Pokemon. This is the closest I've felt to home in years. I'm sure you can relate to that, knowing how close you are to losing your own home. No disrespect, but when I win, I'm gonna remove some of the barriers that your father reinforced 6 years ago. We need those currents to return to normal on or our village can never prosper. Why am I telling you this? Prepare for battle. I love wiping out all the full restores and like this. Man, the AI is just so bad sometimes. The real race is on to see who's going to be the first level 100 on the team. I'm not going to lie, games have always made me so upset when they stop at level 99. Like, I get it. It probably takes a whole lot more to factor in a third line. But come on. Level 99, you're asking to piss off people's completionist syndromes. All the people who have OCDs. Thunderbolt. If you want to play this game, go to EeveeExpo.com and search for Pokemon Pharaohs, or check out the links in the description. Remove the space before.com, the space before.gg, copy and paste them into the search bar at your search bar, and they'll take you where you need to go, either the Google Drive file or the Discord. And the Discord will have all of the information for pretty much everything. And if there's information you want about the game that's not in the Discord, just ask. I can change that pretty quickly. If you're like, hey, I can't find this or this or this, or this isn't working, I'm usually pretty quick to respond to that stuff because I want to make the game great. The only thing that I didn't respond to quickly before was someone asking how to download the game, but that was because of where I was living. The person I was living with was very obnoxious and would scream horrible, nasty things all the time. But I lived there because I was paying like $800 in 2025 to live in a room with a dog. That was actually not a bad room at all. It was just the roommate who was fucking insufferable. This is gonna be a long one. I'm so confused why it's just like, oh, it's just gonna PP stall me, is it? Well, we were getting close to needing to go back to town anyways. I just said go back to town like I was playing Champions of Nora or Baldur's Gate. The old ones on the PlayStation 2, not the new one, but the new one's also not bad. And I know those are technically Dark Alliance, not the actual Baldur's Gates. So what? That's what I grew up in. At least like we're just burning its PP away as well, so it's eventually gonna hit a struggle. But this is gonna be a much longer battle that we're, I think, inevitably going to get through. He just waited to put this at the end of the fight instead of at the beginning. It woke up, then it took a rest. I didn't realize a level 90 Giratina was a teenager. That's no disrespect, it's in your biology to actually sleep that late and be up at nighttime. Establishes hierarchy. It allows you to become your own people. It also gives adults time to take care of the smaller children without you interrupting them in the daytime with your own nonsense. Yay, beat Casper. We're going to have to go back to town now. And we are going to see you guys next time on Pokemon Pharaohs. Let's go heal. Then we're going to get back in that spot. And we're going to save this video. I don't know if I'm going to do another one today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.